life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on.
What up, though? Welcome back to Sneakers and Sports. We got a little short, abridged version. A lot of things going down that we just had to quickly put on wax for y'all. So y'all know it's for us NFL fans. It's like Christmas. We opening presents. We seeing who's gonna sign where. So I thought I'd come on here, my man Dom, and just kind of give our breakdown of the top 3 free agents that we seen signing this season. Dom, how excited have you been about free agency, bro?
Well, I mean, I haven't been personally excited, but I mean, I'm excited for all of the NFL. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The NFL is the news is really popping, you know, right now in March when it's supposed to be March Madness, but I mean,
Right.
you know, there's been some huge moves that have been made that really has, you know, affected the landscape of the NFL and really has put some teams that were kind of in the middle. Now, you know, they're a little creeping up to the top. Can I say it really makes them automatic? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. So, you know, we got a couple of lists that we like to, you know, share for y'all of what we think is our top 3 free agents. So, Kev, why don't you kick us off?
So for me, this is in no particular order because I don't think it's anybody's hit a home run that stands out from everybody. But of course, y'all see the hat. I got to go with the Bird Gang. Atlanta Falcons, bringing in Kirk Cousins, man. He was a top-rated free agent in this year's class, top quarterback available. I think it was a good deal. Now, it was a little bit of overpay, but y'all know it's free agency. You got to overpay. It is what it is.
A little bit?
Yeah, it's an overpay, but this the thing, though.
Okay.
I salute Kirk Cousins because this guy is a hell of a businessman. He got a hell of an agent. Dog, this man only won one playoff game and made $300 million. I mean, that's big business right there.
The MVP is his agent, for real. That's who the MVP is. Because, wow, I don't know. Because, I mean, to me, he's, you know, middle of the road QB. You know, come on now. He's not.
Let's be honest. Let's tell the people
money, really. But
let's tell the people why you're not happy. Why you not happy? Why you not happy? Tell the people why you're not happy.
Of course, I am not a Falcons fan by any means of the word. I'm not even close to a Falcons fan. In fact, I'm their rival. Okay, because I'm who that all day. Okay, Big Easy. That you know who I ride with, the Saints. So of course, you know when I saw the whole Kirk Cousins thing, I was just like,
you got sick, didn't you? You got sick a little bit, didn't you?
I really did.
Because
I was just like,
here's the thing.
Okay,
so
cool.
Let's be honest. Kurt is probably. So you didn't get sick?
No, I didn't get sick. Because you know why? Because how many playoff games has he won? Like, what has he really done? Though?
That's okay. Hold on. What has Derek Carr done?
No, I'm not. In
a weak division, he couldn't even get you to the playoffs.
I'm not going to come on here. This is not the day to talk about Derek Carr. That was last year's free agent, sir.
Yeah. You want to return that one, don't you?
We're in a new year, and we're talking about your free agent. Okay, not mine.
True. All right, so let's get back on it. So the things I like about Kirk Cousins, the guy is consistent to give you 4K. He gonna throw for that 4,000 yards. He gonna have a better touchdown to interception ratio. Last year, I believe he only had 8 interceptions and like 26 touchdowns, which was better than Taylor Heineke and Roller Coaster Ritter. Y'all know how I feel about Ritter. I don't like him at all. I want to send him packing personally. So, and over the last 3 drafts, we've invested so much capital in offensive players. You know, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. Now we can really see if these guys can get off and if it's what we think they were. You know, we think that these guys are possible Pro Bowlers, and we'll find out. So, you know, we'll have another statue like Matty Ice, but I loved Ice. So, I mean, I think it puts us in a better position to win than what we did before he came here. So I'm happy with it.
Gotcha. So that's your number 1.
That's my number 1. What you got? What's your number 1?
All right. So my number 1's a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot different. So I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley. And the reason why I'm going to go Saquon Barkley is because, I'm sorry, I can tell this man was a beast on the Giants. Now he has had some injury prone history before. So he is a little injury prone. I give you that. But man, I mean, you can basically say he is the second best running back in the game right next to Christian McCaffrey. And the fact is, the Eagles know that, I mean, they were just 1 year away from the freaking getting a Super Bowl chip. So, you know, now they didn't have the greatest playoff run in 2023, in 2024 season, but I mean, now they have significantly upgraded their running back. And I'm not saying their running back before was bad, but just imagine now you putting Saquon in the spot where the last year's running back,
Right.
I mean, it's scary almost. Now, the only thing I'm concerned with not only is the injury, what I'm also concerned with is the fact that Jason Kelsey retired. And
Right.
so it's like, will the offensive line be at the same strength? Because I mean, clearly he was the, you know, a big part of this tush push thing that they have at the goal line. So I mean, and I know Saquon's probably not going to be happy, and we've seen a bunch of memes on and gifs online of been like, dang, when they get at the 1 yard line, it's going to be Jalen Hurts all day. Sorry, Saquon, but hey, you know, they were already there. I mean, their offense is stacked right now. I mean, and a lot of them were saying that Jalen Hurts he almost played hurt the majority of the season. So we're looking at you know, a well-oiled machine in regards to the offense, and their defense is solid as well. So I mean, you're adding one of the best running backs in the NFL to your team. That might really get them over the hump. And I can't even lie. I mean, I don't know. And it's going to be what and what now with San Francisco because, hey, when y'all have Christian McCaffrey run, you know, saying when he does his thing. Now you got Saquon to deal with. Okay, so I don't know,
man. It's
that's my number one.
I agree with you, man. I love the pick, bro. You getting a guy that is gonna be consistent when he's healthy. He gonna give you that stack. That's coming.
Right.
The 1,000 yards are just that's pencil that in, and you getting a guy that's a home run hitter. Like it's a big upgrade from Miles Sanders. It's a big upgrade from Swift, who was there in the past as well. I mean, it's a huge upgrade from both of those guys. You know, so I think and Saquon can catch the ball at the backfield.
That's right. I mean, he's all world. He's all world.
Can he stay healthy?
He got it.
And then you looking at a guy in Saquon that was running in a situation with no offensive line. He playing like Barry Sanders. He got nowhere to go. He got to make 1,000 cuts just to get anything going. I agree with you on the Kelsey thing. And then I'm a little nervous for them too because Fletcher Cox is now retired as well. So you got two really big holes to fill. Fortunately, they do got that boy Jalen Carter. They got a lot of them dogs
who didn't really play that well this year. So, and he was just a rookie. So, I mean, so we'll see. That is my number one, though. That is my number one. So what we got for the number two?
All right, for number two for me, man, this is going to be a big one for me. It just switched up was Danielle Hunter. So he signed a 2-year deal to go to the Texans. I love it. I love for D'Amico Ryans. I love to see what he's doing out there. I was really intrigued by C.J. Stroud. I've been on record telling people C.J. Stroud is coming. He's going to be a top 5 quarterback in no time. Like, you know, if I'm the Panthers, I got to be sick right now that I passed on this kid, man. So, and then to get a guy like Danielle Hunter that has 16 and a half sacks with Minnesota Vikings and he's playing with nobody on the other side. Now, remember last year they traded Zadarius Smith to the Browns. So, I mean, you got the best pass rusher that was available on the market, and you got a coach in D'Amico Ryans is a defensive genius. I mean, I think it was a great pickup, man. I really love it. Who you got for your number two?
Great. All right. So, unfortunately, you know, because quarterback, you know, that is one of the huge positions. I hate to admit this, but I mean, I'm going to have to give it to Kirk Cousins on the number two. I mean, simply because, I mean, if we looked at the free agent market, I mean, and technically Justin Fields is not a free agent.
No, he's not.
So he's not. So because he's not a free agent, I can't really, you know, wait on him. That would probably have to be a trade. And you know, I would prefer Justin Fields, of course. That's just my personal opinion. I think a lot of the Atlanta fans would prefer Justin Fields, but we all know y'all was going to have to give basically half your house for this man, because that's exactly what they're going to be asking for, especially the way he played at the end of the season. But So if we're just going to say free agent, I mean, I guess so. Fine. Kirk Cousins. Is he the best quarterback in the division? I mean,
yes. It's him and Baker. It's him and Baker.
Minute. I mean, wait a minute now, because there is a NFC South winner. I have to give it to the Bucks. They did win the NFC South, and he won a playoff game.
True. But
so can you really say, based on his playoff history and this last season currently, that Kirk is the best quarterback in the NFC South? I don't know. I think that remains to be seen. Plus, it remains to be seen because he's fresh off an Achilles injury. And we know how Achilles injury, what they do to athletes, such as Kobe Bryant, the late, great Kobe Bryant, wasn't the same. So, and I'm not saying he's a running quarterback, but this is a risk. It's a risk to give him all that money. It's a risk to give him all those years because, seriously, you're not going to want to move up in the draft or even in your draft, spend that on a quarterback when you pay this quarterback this much money. So,
well, here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. I did want Justin Fields because I like that he's younger. That was just number one.
Right.
And you're paying Justin Fields $3 million. It's a no-brainer. But I think, in the words of DJ Khaled, the Bears played themselves. To be honest, you asked for a king's ransom and you didn't read the room. One of the guys I'm about to name, their team moved on from you. They didn't make the trade with you. The Falcons didn't make the trade with you. The Raiders, they picked Gardner Minshew because they didn't want their asking price.
I can't believe that.
So it's kind of crazy for you to be greedy when everybody know you got to get off of him because you're going to draft Caleb Williams. It was just not reading the room. They should have been smart. Take what you could get for the guy and move on. But now he's the biggest loser, and they are too. They left holding the bag, and now you got a quarterback controversy that's getting ready to brew in Chicago that you could have avoided all of that. It was just ridiculous.
Yep.
And now as far as Kirk Cousins and that Achilles, look at that man, Vinny Testaverde. He was also a statue. He still put up stats after the Achilles, so I'm not really worried about that. I think it's more of a thing like if you're talking about a basketball player or an athletic quarterback like a Lamar Jackson. So, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Remains to be seen. So what you got for your number 3?
So number 3 is kind of hard, man, but I just got to go with it. And, it is what it is. I'm going to say Russell Wilson. And this is where it falls into where the Bears did not read the room and they played themselves. You could have traded him to Pittsburgh. And again, that was even better situation because you traded him into the AFC. He's out of your division. He's out of your conference, which is crazy. But they, again, did not read the room, asked for too much. These guys went Russell Wilson, which I think is a good pickup. He's a veteran. He did play well down the stretch. Him and Sean Payton just didn't mix. And his teammates didn't like him either. So let's be honest. And it's a little weird when you asking for parking spaces for you and your wife and you need a private office. Like, what are we doing, man? You a quarterback. You're not an executive. What's going on here? But I think it's a good fit with Mike Tomlin, man. I think he's going to play really well. Just a little bit worried now that the Steelers have lost a wide receiver now. They just traded here recently.
Deontay Johnson.
Exactly. So, you got one less weapon, but the Steelers are a great organization. They'll find a way to replace him. I mean, if they can replace Antonio, they can replace Deontay for sure. So that's what I got for my number 3.
Okay, that's not bad because I do like the fact that it's not a big of a risk. You know what I'm saying, with the 1 year. They're not paying him that much, so they didn't really have to come out the pocket. The Broncos are kind of holding the bag on that one. And the fact is, this gives a chance for Russell to prove himself. And, I mean, anything is better than the quarterback play that the Steelers have had. I mean, they've had horrible quarterback play.
Kenny Pickett.
And the fact is, with horrible quarterback play, they still made the playoffs last year. So, I mean, yeah, that defense is solid. Mike Tomlin's a player's coach, so I just think he's gonna, they're gonna have a different relationship than Sean Payton. I mean, I know about Sean Payton; he's more of a disciplinarian, and that's just probably didn't mesh well with Russ. You know, Russ wants to be the motivator and kind of the leader of the team and speak for the team and say all those phrases that he loves to say and all that. So I think Mike Tomlin's gonna let him be that.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. So who you got as your number 3?
Yeah. Number 3, King Henry with the Ravens. Derrick Henry. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that run option, the run game is going to be ridiculous now. Okay. Now, just imagine you had some really subpar running backs and they were switching in between like Justice Hill,
Gus Edwards.
Gus Edwards, and then the guy that got hurt as
J.K.
well.
Dobbins.
So they were, there you go. They were like switching in back and forth. But now, man, when you have that option of either keeping it and running it, and you got to deal with Lamar Jackson, the best running quarterback in the league, or he hands it off and you get run over and stiff arm by King Henry. Come on now. This is going to be ridiculous. And I love it. Finally, Lamar gets a good running game. Okay. He doesn't have to get at the 5 and try to juke his way into the end zone. Okay. Now you can just hand that off to King Henry. Let him bowl right through there. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. And they were just in the AFC Championship game. And the thing was, it was putting too much pressure on Lamar. Everything had to be Lamar. Okay. The pressure now is off of him. We can ride the running game of King Henry. Hopefully, he stays healthy. He's not really injury prone though. So, and he's going to be motivated because he knows with the Ravens, he can get a ring.
I agree.
So I like it.
I just would like them to have like a scat back. They need some other mix it up, lightning type guy. And I feel bad for J.K. Dobbins, man. This is like 2 years in a row he done tore his knee up, man.
Right.
You just kind of feel like it's probably the end of his career. He's a great player at Ohio State, and it just hasn't worked out for him in the NFL. But to your point, man, boy, they're going to be scary. Ain't nobody going to want to see them in regular season. Ain't nobody going to want to see them on Madden.
Right.
I just think they got to
– fantasy.
Yeah,
Fantasy's going to be ridiculous. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. But they do have that it was a running back that got hurt that was looking at like the scat back. He got hurt at the end of the season. I can't really remember what his name was, but he is probably going to step right in. He was like a rookie.
Yeah.
So
I
he's
remember
going to probably be the scat book.
Well, and then you coming back with Andrews being healthy now, so now that can help your pass game.
True.
I'm not sure what they're going to do with Odell because, I mean, he really only balled out like maybe 3 or 4 games this season. The rest of it really wasn't anything to write home about.
He might be on the cheap. He might still want to, run it back. But, I mean, you still got Zay Flowers.
But Lamar needs a legit number one. That's my only thing. Why do you not get his man a wide out? He's a quarterback. For him to be successful,
like a
he got to have somebody
or something like that.
Yeah, he got to have somebody to throw the ball to. Somebody he know going to go get that ball. So, I don't know. They need to be making a draft move and trying to figure out how they can get up, maybe get like a Neighbors or somebody like that. But I love that move, man. The AFC North is scary, bro. It's straight scary because you got the Browns made some big moves. They've improved their defense. They brought in Jameis Winston. I'm sure you're not happy. You're not sad to see him go.
I mean, it is what it is. He wasn't going to play, so
he's a locker room guy.
Actually probably going to get. He's probably going to get more playing time with the Browns, especially if Deshaun Watson stays hurt, and he's been hurt a lot. So he's probably going to get more playing time there.
You got Cincinnati, and if Joe Cool is healthy, they're going to be out there. You know that. You know, so it's going to be. And the Steelers, I mean, I don't know. That might be the hardest division to win. The AFC North is going to be crazy, bro.
Yeah, but Bengals have been losing some people. I mean, they lost Joe Mixon.
True.
They also, I think, T. Higgins is asking for a trade or something. Yeah. So it's like the cupboard's getting a little bare in the Bengals a little bit. But hey, I do believe in Joe Burrow. That would be somebody I would be scared of if the Falcons would have got somebody like Joe Burrow. But
he's never going to be available.
Well, I understand, but that's what I'm saying. So there's like 6 or 7 quarterbacks or better than Kirk Cousins. So it's not like y'all got a franchise-saving quarterback. You didn't.
Yeah, but that's just like saying the Falcons get Justin Herbert, of course, but he's never going to be available. They're not going to let Justin Herbert be available. They're not going to let Joe Burrow be available.
I get it.
I mean, it's not like we got Zach Wilson. Come on, man.
Justin Fields could be. I know it's just been. I see it. I see it in Justin Fields. Though.
I agree.
I do believe in.
I agree.
I believe.
Honestly,
So
I'm more worried about Caleb Williams. Like, I don't really believe in him like that. I think I see
I
a
think Justin's
potential
better, but
Ryan Leaf
I mean, it is.
situation.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know about his heart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I didn't like the way he acted when he losing games like that. But I mean, we'll get to the draft. We have plenty of time to talk about the draft.
Facts.
But our free agents. So like that's free agency is still rolling around. We'll see who other big names there are that come out. So, you know, hopefully my Saints do a little bit more than what they've done. So
We'll see, man. We'll see. Y'all got some cap things to work out first before you start go signing more players.
It's true.
But y'all continue to like, share, subscribe, continue to tune in to Sneakers and Sports. We always gonna bring you great sneaker talk, great sports talk, and you know, pull up on us on Instagram at The Culture One. You'll see what we wearing every day because that's what we do. We actually wear our sneakers.